And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana, Beautiful Blossom here. I hope everybody is doing well, and if you're returning back, thank you for tuning back in with me. So today is probably going to be my last update about my abdominal myomectomy. I am now 7 weeks. I have returned back to work last week. So today is Saturday. So yeah, I worked a full work week last week or whatever. So this is my first weekend from working a full 40-hour week. And it actually wasn't too bad. Things that I've noticed since I have returned back to work. I have to wear scrubs at work. And the little elastic band I noticed as I was sitting down, it kind of dug into my stomach, causing some type of pressure and uncomfortability. So I came up with a little solution for somebody that may be going through abdominal myomectomy or previously had a C-section, and you're 6 weeks and you're trying to wear pants that have elastic band. One little tip I can share is that I took a regular pad, a sanitary napkin, and what I did was, I'm just going to stand up. I put the pad, let's see if I can get it down. I put the pad here so it can kind of help with the band. And that actually has made the world of difference. As you can see, I still got a little ways to go with my weight loss, but I feel like I am slimming down. And other than that, like going back to work wasn't, I work from a desk, so it wasn't strenuous. I think the only adjustment, like I said, was just sitting down all day and having the elastic band just rest on my stomach was like the most uncomfortable thing. So once I discovered about using a pad or a sanitary napkin to kind of place in between the band and my stomach, I actually used that method today wearing some jeans. This was my first time in a long time wearing a pair of jeans. And so I was really excited about that. I can overall say that my recovery went very well. I think I am an overthinker. I overthink things. So before I had my surgery, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be laid out on the bed. I ain't gonna be able to do anything. But honestly, I overthought everything, and it wasn't as bad as I had imagined. I'm thankful that my pain tolerance was really, really well. My pain management, I rarely had to use anything that was more than over the counter. Like I was prescribed oxycodone. And so I used those maybe a few times here and there. I definitely used it when my first cycle came on. I've now had 2 cycles since my surgery, and I can tell you guys, I never would have thought initial cycle would ever be this calming. Like, I'm not bleeding as much. I used to have to wear the big super protection pads during that time, and just the bleeding is not as heavy. It's not heavy at all compared to what I'm accustomed to. This might be off track, but I've had a cycle ever since I was 10 years old. So to me, when my doctor would be like, are you bleeding heavy? I'm like, I've been having a cycle since I was 10. To me, this is normal. Like, so now being on the other side after the surgery, and seeing the difference in my cycles and my cycle lengths are now about 30 days, 28 to 29 days, which I was on a 25 to 24 day before the surgery. So there has been a major difference. That initial period I had really bad cramps, I guess because my cycle was trying to come on and it was like my uterus was contracting almost. But the second cycle that I had, I didn't face cramps like that. It just came right on and went right off in like three days. About the 4th day, it was completely done. And I'm no longer having to wear big, super long, heavy pads. And so I have so many that I had prior to my surgery that it kind of dawned on me like I can use these to kind of help with my stomach as far as the sensitivity. I still have this numbness feeling above my incision, which that could very well be nerve damage. I'm not really sure. It's not bothering me. I do know if I touch it, I can feel it, but I still feel the numbness. And just because my body went through a lot. So I'm just really thankful. 7 weeks post-op, I've been driving more. I started working out as well, and just trying to increase my endurance with working out. I'm not going super heavy as far as like a lot of cardio. I'm more so, honestly, I looked up videos on post C-section, like women that's had C-sections and they're beginning to work out again. So that's kind of what I've been sticking with, because my abdominal myomectomy is a C-section. I mean, I just didn't have any baby. I didn't have a baby this time. So it kind of it does resemble everything that a mother that had a C-section would be facing after delivering. So I've just been kind of following that. I've definitely been trying to stay away from bleached white. Like I've been eating a lot of fruit. I can't even talk. I've been eating a lot of fruit, more vegetables, buying lean meats. We're doing a little bit more, like I've been eating salmon for lunch and dinner, and just trying to stick to eating lean and whole grains, and getting fiber. I do notice that my bowel movements are still not back to regular. So I do sometimes take the stool softener that she prescribed, as well as some days I do have to take ibuprofen, just because of the sensitivity on my stomach line where my navel is at. It's so weird that my incision is perfectly fine. Like I'm already starting to do the little massages, and because I literally looked up everything on like scar tissue. So I've been focusing on like doing little circular motions, the top of above the incision, below the incision. And my body is gonna like for me, my body lets me know that it's okay to do so. I'm not in any pain. And so that's what I've been doing. And my goal for this upcoming week is to increase how long I'm doing exercises. I want to focus more so on strength training, and also working on my legs and more on my arms, and doing just a little bit of Zumba. I used to watch Trap Cardio, and they do a lot of jumping and a lot of shaking. I don't really think my body is there yet. I am going to work my way up back to doing Trap Cardio because I really enjoy dancing. But right now I'm just trying to increase each week with the level of activity. Another thing I'm excited about is that it's about to be fall. So thank you, goodness. Thank you, God. This sun is about to be going down soon because it is steaming hot here, and it's really hard to walk when it's hot like this outside. So I'll be glad to get back into walking with my mom, and once I get off work. And one thing that I'm doing different this time is that I'm no longer eating the lunches that my job provides, because they normally have, like, one day we had Chick-fil-A. The next day they end up bringing this restaurant called Kava, and it's really healthy, but then the way that they make the meats, you're not really sure what all they use to make it taste so good. So I've just been sticking to what I know. I bring my lunch. I've been prepping my lunch the night before. Dinner time, I'm staying away from carbs, white carbs. So let's say if I make my husband some white rice, I'm going to do the whole grain, 100% brown rice. And it's just really like learning new behaviors. Like I bought some fruit. I've been eating fruit. I bought some more yogurt. That's good for gut health. So I'm really just focusing now that I'm healing well. I just want to keep on continuing to do what's best for me and my body. And I do have an appointment because I was talking to my doctor. She said she would recommend that we wait 6 months to a year before trying to conceive. So I am going to opt for birth control in the meantime. And I'm not really good with keeping up with pills. So take this pill this time of day. I don't even want to go down that hole of missing it and then skipping a day and then forgetting. So I just was like, you know what? Let me go for the Kyleena IUD. I've had the Mirena IUD years ago. And so the Kyleena IUD is a lower amount of hormones that it releases. So I'm really excited about being able to conceive in a year. What I'm nervous about though is Monday. I don't know if this is gonna hurt or not. I mean, my pain tolerance I think is pretty high, but just seeing what I went through just not too long ago on the operating room table, your girl is scared. So my doctor did tell me to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen the day of my appointment, and so I work for my surgeon, so I'm gonna get the IUD when it's closer to my shift ending, just in case I get real bad cramps or if I'm not feeling well. At least I'm at the end of my shift. She said I should be fine, which I trust her. Obviously, everything went really well with my surgery. I love my doctor. Before I was working for my surgeon, she actually was my doctor at another practice. So I know she's going to take very good care, very well. I can't even get it out. I know she's going to take care of me. One, because she want my ass to come back to work the next day. But yeah, so that was it pretty much on my 6-7 week post-op. I'm so glad to have that surgery behind me. I hope I do not have to ever have it again. I appreciate you guys for going on this journey with me, and it's just a testament that God protected me, and that he brought me through, and that he was with me all the way. I definitely especially thank my family and friends that checked on me and asked could they help with anything, did they need to bring anything for me. And I just really appreciate the love and support that I received while I was recovering. And so I am just glad it's over, y'all. Like, I knew years ago I needed to have this surgery. I just kept feeling like, well, if it's not broke, then why fix something that's not broke? I mean, I've been dealing with heavy periods all my life, so that wasn't something that really was like, oh, let me go ahead and have surgery. I was like, oh, it's okay. I've been dealing with this for years. But I'm so glad that I took ownership over me, one, going after things that I want as a woman. Like, my husband and I want to start a family. I want to be, first of all, I want to be healthy, and not realizing how bad the fibroids were. And then when I seen how bad they were, I just wanted to be a better me, like get all of that out, because I don't know what that could have been doing to my body, to my hair. I mean, you just don't know what that was doing. I'm thankful none of them came back cancerous. Everything was benign. It was just smooth, regular tissue that my body developed. I also looked into like stress could potentially cause tumors. So just thinking of different ways to handle stress and life, and even going back to work this week was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little stressful, and it was just so much trying to get adjusted. One, I was used, for the last 6 weeks, I could wake up whenever I want to. I could take a nap when I want to, and I still get like little sleepy spells throughout the day at my job. But yeah, so it was a little overwhelming at first. The first few days, I have a mountain load of work, and I'm a very organized person. So coming back to my work that was being monitored, but I didn't expect the person that was doing my job to be me. Nobody can be me. So I knew that she was doing the best she could have done, and she did an awesome job. Of course, she was so thankful when I came back, because she was like, I don't know how you deal with this. She was like, I was about to like call out. Like, so I just really appreciate that she stuck it out. And I told her, just take it one patient at a time. That's all you have to do. And so I'm glad that, you know, even though it was frustrating for her, she stuck it out and did the best she could. So when I came back, back to work, I was very appreciative. Yeah, my work wasn't what I was accustomed to, but I still was so thankful that she was able to hold down the fort for you, girl, until I was able to come back. So now that I'm back, I'm like ready to jump in full force and get things organized the way they should be, you know, getting back into my routine of my process and my workflow. So the first day, it was crazy. I had like 100 and something tasks, which means 100 and something patients that I needed to do something with. I had 61 voicemails, 400 emails, and I was just like, oh my goodness. But I handled it just like the boss that I am, of course. So by the middle part of the week, I was pretty much at a okay, I can breathe standpoint. But that first 2 days, I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world? So now, ending off the week at work, when I go in on Monday, I'm kind of back into my routine now. I got my work list organized. I like to plan my days before I come into work mentally. I kind of be like, okay, what I need to tackle first. You know, because I run my own schedule throughout the day. So I like to kind of prepare myself for when I come back in. So now I'm at a great place with my workload, my caseload. So now when I come in on Monday, I kind of already processed when I left Friday what I want to tackle on Monday. And that always helps to reduce some of the feeling of being overwhelmed. Let's see, what else can I think that's pretty much all that I needed to share about my 6-7 weeks. Bending down, like everything else is really good. I have not been using that abdominal binder. I think I stopped using that abdominal binder maybe like my 4th week. I noticed that the abdominal binder was not fitting me properly, and to me it made it seem like it was making the inflammation worse. And I don't know if it's because it didn't fit me, just because I have a short torso, and it was like I guess for a person that had a longer torso or whatever. And so I just threw that all away together. I didn't even bother thinking about it, using it again. What I would like to get though is some Spanx. I think the swelling has gone down quite a bit. I'm just now focusing on trying to tone up my body, like I said, and get back into working out, being mindful and intentional in what I eat. And I am going to have days like yesterday we went and I had some French fries. But I hadn't had French fries in almost a week or so. And I love French fries. I love French fries and I love rice. So it's just about making those little changes, and honestly it hasn't been bad. Like I bought the little carrots and dips and, you know, like little snacks that are healthy as well, to still get like my vegetables and fruit servings a day. I'm still taking vitamin D and iron pills. She's gonna check my iron and vitamin D level, she said, in 4 months. But she definitely wants me to stay on vitamin D, because I was like way below the threshold, and iron. My iron was extremely low. And then having gone through surgery as well, it was really low. So she wants me to definitely stay on the iron and vitamin D. And like I said, she'll retest it in 4 months, I think she said. And we'll go from there. Of course, if I left anything out or if anybody have any questions, please drop them below. I appreciate every one of you that are tuning in to hear my story and my journey. I hope I was able to shed some light. You may not be facing surgery, but as you get older, you want to face those things that really is important. Like, and I think that was one of the things I was scared about, being put under, having surgery. I've never had major surgery, but I just had to do it. Like, and I'm very proud of myself. I probably would have never did this. Well, I've never done. I would have never thought about doing this years ago. So it just shows that I am growing as an adult. You know, as a woman. Like I said, my goal is to be the woman that I envision. So taking chances, even when I'm fearful, or fearful of the unknown, and putting myself out there. I'm really, really proud of myself. And, and I faced it like a boss. And so now I can look back and, look back, but also now look forward, knowing that that's behind me. And I'm just ready for the future, what next is in store for our lives. And I just appreciate you guys for going on this journey with me. Hopefully this should be my last video about this abdominal myomectomy, because I think I'm on a great path to recovery. I know it's probably going to take a few more, more months before I'm actually able to get up and do some jumping jacks, or do the full movement. But for the most part, I'm no longer sitting on a pillow when I drive. I'm making little milestones, and so for those little milestones, I am extremely thankful and grateful. And also just realizing that, okay, day by day I'm getting better. So next year this time, who knows? I just know if I take it one day at a time and don't look too far about the what ifs, and just take life as it comes, and everything's gonna be all right. All right, so again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini chit chat about my surgery. And like I said, if you have any questions, don't be scared, don't be shy, leave them down below. And I appreciate you guys. Until next time.